Welcome in, everybody. Today is May the 1st, 2026, May Day, and we have a single game for you tonight as Marysville comes to town to play just one matchup against the Nemaha Central Thunder today. Nemaha Central coming into the game with an 8-7 record. The Bulldogs coming in with a 7-9 record. So to go on off of records, two evenly matched teams, but you can't always do that. We will go over the starting lineups here. First for Marysville, it will be Grant Hafley playing center field. After that, you got Alex Shale playing first base. Then Ty Hager at short. Then you got Ty Moser, a couple ties back-to-back. Ty Moser will be in right field. Then you got Cole Ringstorff playing second base. Keegan Warders behind the dish. Grady Schradel, he'll be on the mound tonight. Then followed by Wyatt Miller in the 8-hole. And Leighton Woodyard as the DH. David Erickson will be playing the left field position. Now for Nemaha Central, you got Carter Stahlbaumer playing second base, followed by Jack Mackey in the 2-hole, playing first base. Then you got Caleb Heenick at shortstop. And batting cleanup, you got Levi Thomas behind the dish. Carter Hike sitting in center field. Jackson Haverkamp on the hot corner at third. Then you got Camden Smits playing left tonight. You got Isaac Heinen DHing. Charlie Roddinghouse is going to be on the bump for Nemaha Central. And Mason Chilians is going to be playing right field. And Heinen will be playing his DH spot. Slightly different weather than what we had just a few nights ago. And we are going to hear the national anthem here, then we'll be right back after that. So like we talked about, a little bit better weather tonight than we had on Tuesday night for our game. That was brutally cold. It is not a particularly warm day, but it's a heck of a lot better than it was then. The wind is blowing in. Almost looks like from right center field straight to home plate, and it's kind of been switching around. It'll be straight in from center and then come around from right center to home plate. So either way, anything in the air is going to be knocked down, and it's going to be tough to track. And like we talked about, it is Charlie Roddinghouse that's on the bump for Nemaha Central. I'm trying to bring up some stats on my phone here real quick so I can get you guys some numbers throughout this matchup. I have not told you guys who I am. I'm Cody Steinluggy. I'll be calling the game for you. We got Caleb Ridenauer. He's got the headset on. He's going to give us his opinions here and there throughout the game, but he also does the production. All the little numbers and everything that you see on the screen, that is all him. And he does a fantastic job. Caleb, thank you for being here. Thank you for helping out on the mic.
Yeah, it's always fun.
So we will have Charlie Rottinghouse. Charlie Rottinghouse with 10.2, 10 and 2/3 of an innings pitch so far this season, giving up 23 hits, 15 runs. He's got a ERA of 7.88. Talking to Skip Mayberry, when you got a week that has a ton of games, much like this one does, this is their 5th game of the week. Said Charlie's a very capable pitcher, but once you get past that starter, going to have to go to some guys that haven't really pitched a whole heck of a lot in relief to try and get through this game with the pitch counts that these guys are limited to. As the very first pitch is outside, 0-1 count. Upstairs to Grant Haefele, the center fielder for the Bulldogs today. In the dirt. Green light on the 3-0. And Haefele fouls it back and out of play. Haefele's hitting .358 on the season. 19 hits, 1 double, 6 RBIs, and 7 walks. Does have 6 stolen bases on the season, so someone that is very capable. And caught a piece of Haefele, and he's going to be on with a hit by pitch. I'll bring up Alex Shale, playing first base today for the Bulldogs. Perfect .333 average, 1 out of every 3 at-bats. As he skies one a mile high, Thomas is underneath of it. It's drifting towards the backstop, and Thomas secures it. No advancement from the runner at first, as Haefele is forced to stay there. And that's the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Ty Hager, who's playing shortstop today for Marysville. Hager as well with a .333 average. 10 walks on the season. 9 are ribbies and 5 stolen bases. Rottinghouse comes set. Ooh. Tough no call. That looks from our vantage point like it was in there. Haefele with a decent lead over at first. Nothing too dramatic. Strike right at the knees. That'll even things out at 1 apiece. Ty Moser on deck, followed by Cole Ringstoff. Storff, excuse me. Shot just past Haverkamp at third base. That's going to get into left field. Smits has it. No advancement past second base from Haefele. So 2 on and 1 out now for Marysville.
Now batting number 17, Mosier.
Strike over the outside part. Ty Mosier batting at .300 on the season. 3 triples, so he's got a lot of speed. 12 stolen bases, as well as nice breaking ball by Charlie Rottinghouse. Just clips the bottom part of that zone. If you're going to throw a breaking ball, that's where it's got to be. Outside, tried to get him to chase one way up in the count. Not a bad spot.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to have to throw the ball right over the plate with this umpire.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a tight zone. Just outside. 2-2. Breaking ball, flared off right field side. That's drifting foul. Mackey can't quite handle it. That's a tough play. Should have had it, but clips off the top of his glove. He had a lot of ground to cover. That's an awkward angle going over your right shoulder. Not sure where that fence is. Gave it a valiant effort, but either way, Mosier has another crack at it. As Mosier hits a little dribbler up the third base side, and that one just foul. That thing stopped about 4 inches past the line. So tough break for Nemaha Central on one play, tough break for Marysville on the very next. That's how things even out in baseball.
Yeah, I'm shocked that ball rolled as far as it did in this grass.
Yeah, on Tuesday night they hadn't had an opportunity to mow the grass. I'm sure that's a fair ball. Foul tipped into the face mask of Thomas behind there. We'll do it again, 2-2.
I probably wouldn't give him anything to hit.
No. Outside part of the plate, got the call. Mosier goes down looking. That's the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 5, Ringstorf.
That'll bring up Ringstorf, who's playing second base today for the Bulldogs. 2 on, 2 out, top one. Right at the knees once again. He doesn't have a wide zone, but he does have a little bit of a low zone.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind. Turned on and hit a mile, but foul. We have an issue with the lineup card, I believe, that Marysville turned in. They're trying to get some things sorted out.
Sounds like they're saying number 5 should be up to bat.
And we talked about this last night in the softball game. It sometimes depends on the governing body. Sometimes it matters the number. Sometimes it matters the last name that you put on there. Rottinghouse staying warm, playing catch with Haverkamp. All right, we have a number discrepancy. It is the right player. It should be number 7. So, obviously, Keisha is of the governing body that the name is more important than the number. No balls, 2 strikes. Grounder over to third base. Haverkamp has it. Throw over to 1 in time. So Marysville gets a couple guys on. The Strands at first and second. 0-0 ball game as we go to the bottom 1. You're watching Thunder Baseball on SCTV. We'll be right back.
Building a new home or remodeling existing space? Consider Cook Cabinets, manufactured in the U.S. and available in 45 states. With 14 different wood species, 40 different finishes, and a variety of different door styles, we offer endless options to bring your vision to life. Contact a Cook Cabinet dealer today and start creating the home of your dreams.
Welcome back. It will be Schradel on the mound for the Bulldogs, having a heck of a season. 18 innings pitched, only giving up 16 hits, 13 runs. He's got a ERA of 3.5, so that's a good number in the ERA column. Hadn't had a chance to look at him. He must have some good break on it. That hitters have a hard time squaring up. Although that one right there looked like he's got a little bit of gas behind it as well. Not comes back with a nice breaking ball. So yeah, this is just after seeing a couple pitches. Looks like a stout pitcher that Nemaha Central is going to have to face today.
Catcher about tried to take him out.
Leading off for the Thunder, number 6, Carter Stallbommer.
A little bit of a change in the order. It was always Caleb Heenick leading off. Now they got Carter Stallbommer. Carter Stallbommer's had a fantastic season as well with a great on-base percentage, great batting average as well. As he takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. Upstairs. Carter Stallbommer hitting .316 on the season. Just outside. Dozen hits for Stallbommer. Couple doubles. 1 home run on the year. Low. 3-1 here. Pick one out to drive. It's a good spot for it. Does drive one right to the shortstop, and it eats him up. Hager couldn't quite play that bounce correctly. And Stallbommer is in first. What are we going with? E6 or hit? That was a screamer.
Now batting for the Thunder, number 13.
But
I don't know. That's a tough call. That's why I don't do the books.
either way, Stallbommer is on first base. It will be Jack Mackey now for the Thunders. Jack Mackey squares around. Nice dig by Waters behind the plate to keep that ball in front of him. Jack Mackey batting .275 on the season now. Stallbommer with 7 stolen bases over at first. Inside, 2-0.
Doesn't look like they're going to send him at all.
No.
Those first couple pitches. He's not getting a real big lead.
Fouled off of Mackey while he was in the box. That'll be a dead ball. 2-1 the count. Yeah, early in the game, nobody out, no reason to push it here. You'll have your opportunities. That being said, needs to play heads-up baseball on that base path. Anything in the dirt with his speed, needs to look at it. And there they go. Throw over to one in time, but Carter Stallbommer on the hit and run takes second. So that'll be a 6-3 put out for Jack Mackey for the first out of the inning. Now it will be Heenick. Heenick's having a fantastic year as well, batting .404. 1 double, 8 RBIs. Takes one low.
It doesn't matter anymore, but if Mackey didn't hit that ball, I saw the catcher give the first baseman a sign, so I was looking for a back pick.
I have to something to keep an eye on. 2-0 now to Heenick. My fault. Right down Broadway. Looked like a take all the way for Heenick.
Now you just have to make the mistake and call Carter Heenick. That'll even it all out.
In on the hands, sawed him off. Over to one in time. So Stallbommer goes to third on the play. That'll be a 1-3 put out for Marysville for the second out. And that'll bring up Levi Thomas, the lefty with the pencil bat, coming in and batting cleanup. That's where he's been all season long. Good spot for him. He's got got some power. He's hit one. Let me look at it. He fouls that one back and out of play. 14 RBIs so far this season for Levi Thomas. 1 triple, 1 home run, 6 doubles. So there's a lot of pop in that pencil that he's holding upstairs.
As long as he doesn't hit it off the eraser.
Yeah, or the lead.
Or the lead, yeah.
That last one for Henick, that was in on his hands far.
Yeah, that looked like it hit just above the grip.
2-1. Hike sitting on deck. Haverkamp after him. Foul back and out of play. That one's going to reach the girls softball game, I believe, the way that thing took off. Girls softball are taking on Holton today in a doubleheader on West behind us.
And Bo Burkett is actually streaming that game for us.
Yes, he is. Shot out towards second base. In time, Ringstorff has it and over to Shale. So Nemaha Central gets one base runner, gets them all the way over to third, but unable to capitalize. It's a 0-0 game as we go top 2. You're watching Thunder Baseball on SCTV. We'll be right back.
B&B Custody, we're a small-town company with a nationwide reach. We work closely with financial advisors and individual investors to customize self-directed IRA strategies that fit your goals. Whether it's real estate, private equity, precious metals, or other alternative investments, we help you use your IRA to invest in what feels close to home. With CNB Custody, your future is personal, and so is our service. Learn more at cnbcustody.com.
Welcome back. Charlie Rottinghouse still on the bump for Nemaha Central. Not sure how many pitches he's going to be given tonight, given that this is the 5th game of the week, and they are all limited by the number of pitches they can throw.
Unlike softball.
Yeah.
Baseball has a pitch count.
Yeah, Alex Burkett pitched the entire first game, 7 innings last night for the softball team. They won the first one. And went out there for the first couple innings, got up to 199 pitches. It's a different throwing motion, but one way or another, you're exhausted after that much labor-intensive, throwing motion over and over again. Got to be wiped.
Yeah.
It will be Keegan Warders to lead things off for Marysville in the second. Takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. Nice pitch by Rottinghouse. That one looks like it's going to be foul, and it is. So 0-2 to Warders now. Warders batting .319 on the season. 9 RBIs. Swung on and missed. 1, 2, 3. Warders goes down swinging for the first out. Just on 3 pitches. And after a week like this, that's what you want to see out of your pitcher. 3 pitch at-bats, maybe a couple grounders in there after a couple of pitches. Keep that pitch count low. Schradel takes that first one outside.
Yeah, Charlie's been right around the strike zone.
He has.
The whole game right now, so that's what you want.
Little flare, second base, nice job, Carter. Carter Stahlbaumer with a heck of a good first step, excuse me. So that's going to go as the line out 4. Second out of the inning, it'll be Wyatt Miller now for Marysville. Wyatt Miller hitting .353, one of the better averages on the team. See, he pops that one back and out of play.
Sounds like there's a lot of big hitters on Marysville's team. Their batting averages have all been in the 300s.
There's a couple on there that dip A little low, but not much more than 250. The 250 is still a respectable average. But either way, Miller's down 0-2. Outside, not a bad spot. Get him to chase one. Hot shot. Haverkamp has it. So a couple hard hit lineouts. 3 up, 3 down now for Marysville as we go bottom 2. 0-0 ball game. You're watching Thunder Baseball on SCTV.
My name is Michael Andrews. I'm an MLT, a medical lab tech, and I've been working here for about a little over 10 years. It'd be a little more boring, honestly, working in a bigger hospital because you get stuck doing the same thing over and over again. Here we get a little bit of everything. It's just a great group of people to work with. We all get along really well, and just kind of being a part of a team with the same common goal.
Good luck, boys, and go Thunder!
Welcome back. It is still Schradel out on the mound for Marysville. 0-0 game. Nemaha Central's turn. It will be Carter Hike, Jackson Haverkamp, and Camden Smits, the 5, 6, 7 in the order for Nemaha Central.
Carter Hike on deck, 24 Jackson Haverkamp, and in the hole, number 5, Camden Schmidt.
Waters looks like he's got a decent arm. That one was a little bit to the third base side, but had some nice velocity on it, so not sure if they're going to push the issue much with him behind the dish for Marysville.
You got to push it once in a while.
Yeah, you just got to know the right time to push it and the right time to, you got to know when to hold him and when to fold him, right?
That's right.
Foul backing into the net. 0-1, Carter Hike having a phenomenal year.
I don't know what kind of gambler Skip Mayberry is.
Is he the Kenny Rogers type?
I don't know.
Takes ball in. Carter Hike with 394 average so far this year. 5 doubles, 1 home run. As it takes that one on the outside part, 2-1. I got to talk to Carter's dad and see if he had a nagging injury or something last year, because his sophomore campaign, he was hitting about 425 and just raking the ball. Last year was not up to his standards, and he's back into that 400 average territory, really hitting the cover off. So makes me wonder if he didn't have something that was nagging him all last season. As he takes one up and in, and he earns a free pass to first base on a base on balls.
Number 24, Jackson Haverkamp.
Well, he does take a beating in football, so.
He takes a beat, yeah. That's an understatement of the year. That one gets past Waters at the dish. Hike's going to move up to second on the pass ball. He certainly takes a beating and certainly dishes it out as well.
Yes, he does. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic career. Got elected to go to the Shrine Bowl this season. Going to continue his football career at Emporia State. 2-0 the count. Haverkamp squares around, pulls back. 3-0 the count.
And if I remember right, I think he raised $3,000 for the Shriners.
Did he really?
If I remember seeing that right.
That is fantastic. Nice job, Carter. Square around again, pull back. Strike called, 3-1. Ooh, that's a tough one. Jackson Haverkamp was about to throw the bat over to first base, or to the dugout and take first base. Counts full now. Swung on and missed. A bit of a protective swing, couldn't quite get a piece of it.
Yeah, swung right over the top of it.
That'll bring up Camden Smits. Schradel really taking his time. There's the pitch. Well outside. That always drove me nuts as a hitter. When they get set, and then they just sit there for about 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
This one was a lot quicker. As Smith's able to get a piece of it. But that's going to even out the count of one apiece.
Usually if the pitcher does that, the batter should step out.
Yeah. Or at least ask for time. Time is not always granted by the official, but ask for it.
Yep.
Snap. Hager almost tried to catch that like a football. All of his momentum going to the left. That ball stayed right there, and he kind of took that one in the gut. Whew. Just past Isaac Heinen on the on-deck circle.
I can't see him down there.
Yeah, that one kind of cued off the inside part of the bat and shot into the dugout, and it didn't miss Heinen by much. Outside, nice snag by Waters. 2-2. Upstairs, counts full. Payoff pitch. In the dirt, and Nemaha Central's got 2 on and 1 out, and it will be Isaac Heinen.
And it looks like we're going to have time.
Yep. Coach wants to come out and discuss some things. Maybe they're setting up what they want to do on the infield on a hard hit ground ball. Go over all the options. Maybe they got a set play they want to run. Or maybe he wants to just calm down his pitcher. Gives him some words of advice. Get him relaxed. You've been in that situation before. I've been in that situation before. When the wheels come off hard. And I think that might be what this is, a preventative measure from the manager of Marysville, trying to just calm his guys down, say, you got this. You're not in, nobody's hurt. Still a 0-0 ball game after a couple of walks in the second inning.
Looks like they're going to get a new ball out there. Must have been a scuff the pitcher didn't like on there.
Those are the ones that you can really make that thing move with.
Yeah.
Heinen squaring around. Pulls back. Inside. It has been a tight zone, but it's been pretty consistent.
Yeah.
That's all we ask for. A shot out to center field. Center fielder is retreating. He does grab it. Hafley does a good job of getting to that ball. Hike will move up to third. No advancement from Smits on first. That's the second out of the inning. And it will be up to Charlie Rottinghouse. See if we can't get Hike home at least from third base and take a 1-run lead going into the third. Oh, Rottinghouse takes one.
They're going to call that a swing?
They're going to say he did not pull the bat back. That's a tough way. Get belted right in the gut, and they say didn't bring the bat back.
Okay. That's something you don't see every day.
No. Strike 2. So a bit of tough luck for Nemaha Central, and Charlie Rodninghouse is at bat.
Camden Smith takes
Yeah.
second.
I was wondering, I didn't think they would do it with 2 outs, but they like to run that play where the first base. And that one's hit off the bat. The throw over to 1 in time. I think that he cued that off the knob, didn't he?
Yeah.
And
Right
there
off
was
the
a
knob.
there was a moment where everybody was kind of looking at each other saying, what do we do? And finally Marysville's dugout started screaming, get it. So that's going to go out as a 1-3 put out and a strange play at the plate for Charlie Rodninghouse. Either way, it's a 0-0 ball game as we go top 3. You're watching Thunder Baseball on SCTV. We'll be right back.
What does it mean to be an independent insurance agency? Here at SBS, it means that our customers can be confident in knowing they are getting the coverage they want for the most competitive rates. With our independent status, we are able to partner with multiple competitive companies to quote your personal, farm, business, and life insurance needs. Contact your local SBS office today to find out what an independent agency can do for you.
Top 3, 0-0 ball game. Charlie Rodninghouse still out on the bump for Nemaha Central after taking one in the gut and then cueing one off the end of the bat, the literal knob of the bat, in a strange play to end the second inning. We've seen a couple things already in this game that have made us say you don't see that very often.
No.
For Marysville, it will be Layden Woodyard. Then it will turn over to Grant Hafley, top of the order.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, number 25, Woodyard.
Outside. Woodyard would be a fantastic baseball name if he were just a beast at the plate.
Yeah.
Outside. I always thought of that. There was a linebacker that played for K-State. He wasn't a great linebacker, but his last name was Slaughter. A comebacker to Rodninghouse at the mound. Not in time, over at first. Good reaction to at least get a glove on it from Rodninghouse, but it squirmed away a little bit too far. But I always thought Blake Slaughter, that would be a heck of a name. And he was a middle linebacker too. And he wasn't all that great. It would have been fantastic if he was one of those All-American types.
I wouldn't know nothing about that.
Woodyard sitting on first. Hot shot out to third, up to 2. Not in time to get the double play, but they do get the lead runner.
Close play, but
Now batting, number 34, Shale.
Rodninghouse comes set, and here's the pitch inside. Yeah, that last one didn't quite have a whole lot of oomph off the bat. Took just a little bit of time to get to Haverkamp. Gave the runner enough time to just squeak it out, and there goes the runner. Throw down to second. Oh! Good backup from the second baseman, Stahlbaumer. I think the runner, Hafley's foot, went into the glove of Henick. Kind of knocked that ball out because that throw was on a dime.
yeah.
Nice breaking ball.
Thomas threw that ball right where it should be. And it just ended up in the glove at the same time the foot did.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Shale up to bat. 2 balls, 1 strike here. That one gets past Thomas. And Hafley is going to take third base. Runner at third now, less than 2 outs. Big opportunity for Marysville to scratch a run across. Whoo! Hafley nearly knocked him out. He was coming down the line, and I think by the time he reacted to that, that ball was about 10 feet past him. Unfortunately, both teams are wearing white pants today for him. A little flare. Rodninghouse has it at the mound. Squeezes it for the out. So 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up Ty Hager. Ty Hager hit a single. Got stranded in the first inning. His first at-bat.
That's one of those pop-ups that the pitcher has no choice but to take that one.
Pitchers are athletes too.
Yep.
Strike just caught the corner. Nice pitch. He likes to start out batters on that outside part.
Yep. He's tried him on the inside, and he's not getting that call, so.
Offered at and missed. And Hager is down 0-2.
You might as well throw it where the umpire likes to call it, so.
Yep. It's all learning curve in the first inning or two.
Yep.
Ooh. Where was that?
That one might have been a little high, but.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Tried to clip the corner again. Not a bad spot. Not much a hitter can do with that. Offered at and missed. And Hager goes down swinging, then they strand the runner at third. So still a 0-0 ball game as we go to bottom 3. You're watching Thunder Baseball on SCTV. We'll be right back.
Nemaha Valley Motors has been proudly serving our Northeast Kansas community for over 5 decades. Come check out our great selection of vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and GMC trucks. Don't see what you're looking for? Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs. Don't forget about service. Our technicians are factory trained to handle any mechanical issues, including alignments. Come experience the difference here at Nemaha Valley Motors in Seneca.
Come be a part of our family.
Nothing but zeros so far on the scoreboard. Nemaha Central has a chance to change that here in the bottom of the third. Pitchers duel so far. Really had good pitching from both starting pitchers. Nobody's really squared anything up. If they have, it's been well foul and out in front. There's one hot shot over to third base.
Speaking of.
Yep. Over to 1 in time.
Yeah, there's only been 1 ball hit to the outfield.
Yeah. So Stahlbaumer goes down on a 5-3 putout for the first out. It'll be Jack Mackey who grounded out to the shortstop. Comes back up the middle this time. Second baseman bobbles it. Throws over, gets him. Ringstorff had it bounce out of his glove, able to get on top of that ball and get it over to first base in plenty of time. So 2 up, 2 down for Nemaha Central in about, 4 or 5 pitches so far?
Yeah.
Heenick takes one on the outside part. Ball.
I'm not going to lie. He did call that one a strike for us in the same spot.
Yeah. I haven't really had any issues with him so far.
They're human, so.
Henick offers at it and miss. Down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strike. Yeah, and this is not, that's one thing that ABS system has really showed.
Yeah.
Outside, how good those officials are at the major league level. You're talking millimeters. They're getting the call correct most of the time. Turned on, shot out towards left field. If it stays fair, foul. That was probably only the second ball we've seen squared up like that today.
Yeah. And I don't know if that ball would have went that far if he would have waited just a little bit. Let it get into his zone, and because he was way out ahead of it.
Yeah. Outside, counts full. Popped up, should stay on the infield. Second baseman Ringstorff comes in, secures it. So 3 up, 3 down for Nemaha Central. As we go top 4, still 0-0 ball game. We'll be right back.
Sailor Insurance has been serving our customers in the Midwest for over 90 years. At Sailor Insurance, we value every family story as we help protect their dreams and their future. Our goal is to make sure that you have the right insurance coverage to protect your family, home, farm, and business so you can focus on what truly matters. Learn more about what we can do for you at SailorInsurance.com.
Welcome back. Top 4, 0-0 ball games. Bit of a pitcher's duel so far. Both teams been able to get a couple guys on. Been able to get them over. Have not been able to get them in.
Yeah, they get as far as third base, and then both teams have shut the other team out.
Yeah. It will be Ty Mosier to start things out for the Bulldogs. Cleanup hitter. Struck out looking in his first at-bat. Fouled out of play. Hot shot out to Henick at short. Has a nasty bounce. Henick unable to control it. Mosier is going to be safe at first. I think that's E6 on that one.
Yeah, that should have been a routine.
Yeah.
A routine play for him.
It'll now be the second baseman, Cole Storff, excuse me. Ringstorff squares around, pulls back. 1 ball, no strike. Squares around again. Tries to get the bunt down, fouls it back. 1-1.
Von Ruski, the bat boy, ball boy.
Von Ruski?
Krause.
Von Krause. Yeah, he did a good job coming in, sprinting, get that ball. Strike right on the outside part again. Ringstorff down, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hit him about a mile high. If it comes down, it's going to be a tough play, and it pushes foul. It's kind of hitting that little Bermuda triangle between first, right field, and second base.
I'm trying to figure out why Mackey didn't go after that ball.
I was just thinking that as well, too. Off of the bat, I wonder if he thought that was in the outfield. Obviously, that wind is pushing things in from right. Foul back and out of play.
I forgot we got spectators behind us, so we have to make sure and let them know the ball's coming.
Up and in. 2-2. In on the hands. Ringstorff lucky to just get a piece of that one. That one hit the umpire. So one of the bounces goes Nemaha Central's way, because if that gets past the umpire, that's another 90 feet for Mosier at first. And now Levi Thomas, rightfully so, going to step out, let the umpire collect his bearings a little bit. Counts full. See if we don't get some movement from Mosier over there. Back and out of play.
Good battle between these two.
Heck of a battle. Payoff pitch once more. Upstairs. Rodney House walked him. So that's going to put Mosier in second base. Ringstorff, yeah, he earned that one.
Yeah, he kept fouling them off, kept fighting, and that's what you want to do.
Yeah, when I'm watching games, those are the at-bats that get me jacked up. Not the two-pitch and hit a 400-foot bomb. The ones that it's a war of attrition between pitcher and the batter. As Waters takes one up and in. Waters does get the bunt down. And hits Carter Stahlbomber going through first base. One run is going to score for Marysville. They hold the next runner. That is a tough play for Carter Stahlbomber to come over, and Mackey didn't help it. Mackey threw that on the foul side of first base bag. We're going to have a courtesy runner for Waters, the catcher.
Thomas giving the signs to the infield.
Yeah, see if Marysville, with nobody out, wants to get that runner at first kind of hung up in that rundown play. Kind of the same way NC likes to do. Square around again. There comes the runner from third.
He had to tag him because he come off the bag.
A nice heads-up play by Mackey. They do get the out at first, but 2 runs have came across. Now for Marysville in the inning, Waters is going to be at second base. And Ringstorff played that perfectly at third.
Yeah.
Got off the line probably 10, 12 feet like you're supposed to. As soon as that ball goes over to one, broke hard towards home. One to know now to Wyatt Miller. Backing out of play. NC dropping a couple last night to Rossville Dogs. They lost the first one. What was it?
14-4.
The first one was 2-0, was it not? I believe the second one might have been 14-4.
Maybe I've got them mixed up.
I think, and I might as well too. Heck, I don't know anymore.
I know one game was 14-4, the other one was 2-0. So.
Shot out to Haverkamp at third. Looks the runner back over to one. They do get the out. But nice job by Waters, once again taking third. So 2 down in the inning now, and it is Layden Woodyard, 9-hitter.
Number 25, Woodyard.
Mackey's had to come off first base on both of them throws to tag the runner to get the out instead of just touching the base.
And both of them have been, he had to step in towards home plate. That one's going to be foul on third base side. So it's not like there's a 60-mile-an-hour wind that's going to affect a throw from third base to first base. Not sure why they're all kind of short-arming it. Back our direction. 0-2.
I didn't flinch.
I didn't either. Getting accustomed to this. I better not because I'm looking straight out at a hole in the net.
It would have hit the guys running the scoreboard before it hit me.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Had him buckled, doesn't get the call. 2-2.
I don't know where that missed.
Yeah. Shot out to Haverkamp at short, gets past him. Henick has it, but there's no play anywhere. Waters is going to come around, and it's a 3-run inning now for Marysville. That will turn the lineup over with Woodyard on first base. That'll be Hafley. Hafley hit by pitch his first plate appearance. Had a 5-4-3 fielder's choice almost into a doubles play. Has to duck out of the way of that one. Good bounce. And that one hit the runner, and it's going out into left field. Woodyard is going to take third on the play. Whew, yeah, NC has had a couple of bad breaks in this game. That one hit Woodyard as he was sliding into second. Bounced off of him, rolled all the way out into left field, able to take another 90 feet. In on the hands. 1-1.
Yeah, Charlie just needs to take a couple deep breaths.
Yeah, and I was thinking that after that last batter. Might be some good time. Doesn't have to be facilitated by coach.
No.
Anyone on that infield needs to go up there and tell them we're all right. Get them to loosen up, tell them a joke like we were talking about last night.
Yeah.
Foul ball on the third base side.
It doesn't have to be serious when you go out to the mound.
Yeah. I mean, a few moments of levity in games, you know, everyone's adrenaline's going, everything's, you know, so high intensity. You get those moments of levity to relax you as he gets them swinging on the outside part. And the damage has been done. 3 runs for Marysville, but those few moments of levity can really lighten up a pitcher or hitter, anything on the field. So we will be back after a quick break. 3-0 ball game as we go to bottom 4. You're watching Thunder Baseball on SCTV.
National Bank is truly a locally owned bank. It was started 40 years ago by a group of approximately 15 families in this Nemaha County area. Their desire was to have and to start a new banking institution, and they did. CNB is is truly committed to the area and remains very locally owned. So stop by and give us a chance to be your financial partner.
Welcome back. So it's Nemaha Central's turn to punch back as Marysville plated 3 in the top half of the 4th. It will be 4, 5, 6 hitters, starting out with Levi Thomas, followed by Carter Hike, then Jackson Haverkamp. Up and out, ball 1. Turned on one, but right to the first baseman. Shale had that played perfect. That's been how things have gone in this game.
They're hitting where we're not, and we're hitting where they are.
Carter Hike up to bat now. Outside. Carter Hike drew a walk his first plate appearance, got all the way around to third, was unable to be brought home. Twice now that's happened for Nemaha Central. This takes one on the outside. Twice that's happened to him where had a runner stranded 90 feet away. Inside. Not sure Carter was ready for the off speed there. Shot out to right field. Mosier is retreating, but he has it. So Hike puts the charge into one. That wind certainly did not help on a day like today.
Yeah, everything is being pushed in from the fence, so you're going to really have to put a charge into the ball to get it over the fence.
Or even just over the outfielder's head.
Yeah.
Haverkamp offers that one right at the knees. Inside.
I think everybody was expecting him to call that a strike.
Oh, nice little acting job by Jackson. Raised the arms up. That one caught the corner. On the outside there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No, I'm not getting on Jackson for doing that. That's part of the game. Just like you see on those borderline high ones where you'll see a batter squat down just a little bit and distort the umpire's view of the zone. Haverkamp able to get a piece of it to stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Haverkamp a strikeout victim his first time up. Schradel comes set. Outside. Counts full.
Been slacking on my job on the computer.
Oh, what else is new? Come on, Caleb.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody else wants to do this, we can. I can show them how.
Payoff pitch is above Jackson Haverkamp's head, and he earns a free trip to first base for it. I'll bring up Camden Smith, who also earned a free trip to first base in his first plate appearance. Backing out of play. Haverkamp not the most fleet of foot, capable, but not a super speedster, so I'm not sure you're going to see any movement from him at first. But I've been wrong before.
He's got a good lead.
Smits waved at it. No balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, if Mike can teach me how to run this computer, I think I can teach anybody how to do it.
In the dirt. I'm going to disagree. I've seen what you do on that, and I am in no way technologically inclined. I could not do it.
Well, neither am I.
Heck of a lot more than I am. I have to have my wife bring up emails for me. It's not that bad, but she does have to help me print things off. Printers are always terrible. Offered at and missed. Nemaha Central able to get one on, but strands him at first base. Still 3-0 game as we go into the fifth. This game's moving on at pretty good clip so far. We'll be right back.
There's a place where we all come together. A place where everyone knows your name and what the usual means to you. A place for conversations and for comfort. And the best biscuits and gravy in town. We know what it means to love a community, to be a part of a community, to be united. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. It is now Heenick on the mound for Nemaha Central. Heenick's got a heck of an arm, struggles with a little bit of command every once in a while. Likes that big breaking ball. If he can get on top of it, it works fantastic. Let me pull up his pitching stats. Pitched a lot more last year, I know. Only 3 innings pitched so far this season. 11.67 ERA. So this is one of those situations where a guy is not used very often out on the mound. Kind of have to go to him due to the pitch count of all the guys and the long week. It just makes it really tough on managers and everything when you're trying to figure out a lineup. Where are we going to put people? Upstairs.
Yeah, I just went over and checked the softball score. It is 1-1 in the 8th inning.
Wow. I guess they did start about a half an hour before us, so they're in extra innings over there.
If you're not tuning into the softball game that's being live streamed.
Yeah. Go on over to SCTV. I believe Bo's live streaming that. There is no, as Shale takes base on balls, there is no commentary or anything.
I don't think he's figured out how to work that lapel mic yet.
No, he's had a couple of lapel mics so he could do the commentary, but has not had to use them yet. Tried to use them in a couple of games.
At the beginning of the season he did, and
that'll bring up Ty Hager now, the 3-hole hitter. In there for a strike. When Heenick's at third, he always gets his footing and he fires a rocket over to first base. It's always within control. When he gets on the mound, underneath of it over at first and the snap throw, when he gets on the mound, to me it looks like he overthrows a little bit.
yeah, he's trying to throw way harder than he should.
Big lead over at first. That one's upstairs. That'll even things out at 1 apiece.
But he makes it hard for the batter to figure out what he's throwing because his release is almost the same, exact same every time.
2-1 now. Shale with another good lead over at first. That one's going to drift foul. Mackey is there. That'll go down as a fly out 3 for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Ty Mosier. for the Bulldogs.
That makes up for the last one he didn't even try for.
Yeah, I still think that one was a tough one coming off the bat. I thought it was in right field by 100 feet. One and 0 now. Up the middle. Rottinghouse has it. He takes it to 2. Over to 1. No stretch. Stretch wasn't quite long enough from Mackey, so they get the lead runner.
That is Kendall Bergman at shortstop.
Now batting number 7, Ringstorff.
That's Kendall Bergman at short now?
That is correct.
Okay, I apologize. I thought they moved Charlie short. No, Charlie plays outfield. That's a good call. Upstairs. 1-0. This will be Cole Ringstorff, second baseman today for the Dogs. Good lead over there by Mosier. Paints the outside. 1-1. Shot out to left field. Smits had it played perfectly. He had to take about 3 steps to his left to secure the out. So 4 batters come to the plate for Marysville in the top half of the 5th. They strand 1 runner at first. 3-0 ball game as we go bottom 5. You're watching SCTV. We'll be right back.
Partners is a full-service agricultural cooperative owned by area farmers, residents, and businesses. And our team works every day to help contribute to their success, keeping profits in the communities we all call home. We continue to look for the right team members to grow successfully together through our core values of honesty, integrity, and teamwork. If you're looking for a career with great benefits and a focus on your future success, come join our team.
So Nemaha Central has 9 outs remaining in this game. Need to get some hits strung together at the plate. They've had a few hard hits, some bad luck. Stranded a couple at third, but not able to string many together in a row.
I just got word. Nemaha Central softball pulled it out 2-1.
Nice. I heard applause.
With a home run.
Who hit it?
Lexi.
Alexis Beebe DeShong hits a walk-off home run for the softball team. That's awesome. So Nemaha Central softball behind us takes game 1, their doubleheader with Holton. Upstairs to Heinen. Heinen was one of the hard-hit balls earlier, flied out to the center fielder just about 10, 15 feet from the fence. I mean, he had Hayfley backing up and kind of all sorts of turned around, but he was able to regroup and make a good catch. Little grounder over to Miller at third. And that he sails that one. Good decision by Heinen not to try and advance as that ball ricocheted pretty much right back into the hands of Shale.
Now batting number 3, Kendall Bergman.
So this will be Kendall Bergman up to bat now. Has a smattering of varsity appearances. 214 average on the season, as he did offer at that one. Just 14 at bats for the sophomore, or for the freshman. Yeah.
Yep.
Does get that bunt down over to 1 in time, but that'll advance the runner. Heinen will be sitting at second base now, so Bergman comes on and does his job well.
Batting for the Thunder, number 6, Carter
And that'll turn the lineup over, and it will be Carter Stahlbaumer, who got on with a single in the first and grounded out to the third baseman, his second plate appearance in the third. Out to shortstop, throw over to one, got him. But once again, that does advance Heinen over to third. And that will be Jack Mackey now.
Number 13, Jack Mackey.
Mackey hitting .275 on the season. 11 hits, 3 doubles. Ooh, that one's a tough one. I thought that one was low. But he's been in that spot pretty much all day.
Yep. Right down the middle to the outside part.
Upstairs, 1-1. There's an echo. Did you hear that? Right as I said 1-1, you heard it from the umpire?
Yeah, he was reading your mind.
Yeah. 2-1.
I don't think he said it that time.
He did not, but he did
just
signal.
He just signaled it, yep.
Now it looks like that wind is starting to pick up. As that one clips Mackey while he was in the box. 2-2. Still kind of blowing in pretty much straight from center field to home plate right now. But I think it has jumped up a tick.
There's a good hit.
Yep, through the infield. Gets an RBI. Nice job, Jack.
See if that sparks the Thunder offense.
So Mackey will be on first after he earns an RBI single. That'll bring up Caleb Henick. Talked about earlier, Caleb Henick batting up in the 404 coming into today as he hits a rocket down the third base side. And that ball is fair. There, Jack Mackey is going to go to third. And he is in there safe as the ball bounces away. And 2 on now in scoring position for Nemaha Central with Levi Thomas, the cleanup hitter, coming up.
A very dangerous hitter.
Absolutely.
Pencil bat and all.
See if Nemaha Central can't get a 2-out rally going here. 2 outs running on contact. You got to think anything through the infield for Thomas here is definitely going to score 1, possibly 2, as he takes a hack at that one and fouls it out of play.
Henick's a speedster, so.
He is, yeah. Running on contact makes a huge difference.
Yeah, if it squirts through the infield, he's more than likely going to score.
And he hits one out to Ringstorff over at second, over to 1 in time. The Nemaha Central does get 1 back. It's a 3-1 ball game as we go to top 6. You're watching Thunder Baseball on SCTV.
Some are old. Some are new. Some are just right. The perfect home is a place created from the thousands of memories shared within it. A place for laughter. A place for comfort. A place for family and friends alike. We know what it means to have a place we call home. To be a part of a community. To be united. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Welcome back. 3-1 ball game, top 6. It is Henick back out on the mound for Nemaha Central. Couple things finally broke Nemaha Central's way in that last inning. They do plate 1. Unfortunately, left 2 in scoring position to end that inning. That's how it goes. There is, can't say there's no luck involved in any of these. With baseball and softball especially. The way that ball bounces, well, with pretty much any sport, there's always a element of luck, and not a lot of luck has gone the Thunder way so far today.
Batting for the Bulldogs, number 4, Waters.
It'll be Keegan Waters to lead things off for Marysville. Comebacker all the way through the infield. That's going to get all the way out to Hike in center field, and Waters is on with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Schradel for the Marysville Bulldogs. We do have a pinch runner. I can't make out the number.
Is it a pinch or courtesy?
Courtesy, excuse
One.
me, yes.
Looks like number 1.
I don't know what I did with the...
Yes, it's number 1.
I don't even have the program because I wrote all the pronunciations of the name down and then gave it to the people next door.
Oh, well, what'd you do that for?
To be nice.
Oh, we're not nice to them.
Oh. I know being nice is a relatively new concept for you, Caleb. But
It is. It is.
1-0, the count to Schradel. Has to duck out of the way of that one. 2-0. I'm just joking, Caleb. You're a nice individual sometimes.
I'm the nicest guy I've ever met.
You haven't met many people.
I know.
3-0. Schradel taking on this one, I'm sure. He has given them a green light on 3-0 a couple of times tonight, though.
Yeah, that was early in the game.
Upstairs, that's a 4-pitch walk. That's going to move Waters over to second. Schradel up to first. Now 2 on, nobody out for Wyatt Miller, who lined out. That was one of the hard-hit ones early in this game where he hit a screamer right to Jackson Haverkamp at third base. Then he grounded out to Jackson Haverkamp in the 4th inning.
And we're going to have a courtesy runner again, number 6.
So if trends continue, I'll be looking on the left side of the infield, particularly Jackson Haverkamp's way. But both of those were against Rodninghouse as well. Ball in the dirt low. Nice pitch on the outer half. We have a timeout. Third base coach wants to say something to Wyatt Miller. Wonder if he might have caught something where Hennick's tipping.
Yeah.
Nope. He wanted him to square around a bunt, and he does, but foul.
Now he's got to swing away. I kind of figured he'd have him bunt the first pitch.
Yeah, no outs in the inning. Runner on first and second. Upstairs. But Hennick has also not shown much command here either through the first 2 pitchers of this, or first 2 batters of this 6th inning. Went down and golfed that one. Smits is there. Catches it to record the out, gets it in quickly to shortstop and Bergman. No advancement. So Miller's trend of still going to the left side of the field continues. This one's a fly out towards the left fielder.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he used a 9-iron or 8-iron.
He went down and got that one. That was definitely a higher iron. He didn't have much loft on it. I'm going to say that was about a 5 or 6.
Well,
little dribbler, that's going to go foul. Good.
Go ahead.
Good thing it did. I'm not sure where that was at. Anyone was going to get to it. So 2 on, 1 out. Top 6, 3-1 ball game, Marysville. Woodyard has to get out of the way of that one. 1-1.
Coach telling him to step off the rubber.
Yep. Might have seen something. Henick was taking his time out there. Still is taking the time. There he comes set. Step off again. And we're going to have a meeting. Skip's going to come out and talk to his pitcher here. I think we got some signals mixed up or something like that. I'm going to step off twice. Not sure what's going on with it.
Yeah, especially twice in a row.
Yeah. And that wind definitely is picking up. Those flags are straight out. There was a little bit of a breeze blowing straight in, but
almost like the wind beneath my wings.
And the call back to last night where Bo Birkin and I had a heated argument about Barbara Streisand and Bette Midler, if you missed that. Yeah. If you had to sit through that, well, I apologize. It was...
I sit through them all the time, so.
I had fun with that. 2-1 count now. Cued off the end of the bat, didn't quite get all of it. Smits is there, and that ball, he was there underneath of it, and that wind just pushed it in and had to come in about 3 or 4 steps at the end to secure that catch. Goes to show how much that ball is being pushed.
For the Bulldogs, number 3, Hayfley.
So Smits has recorded the first and second out of this inning. That will be Hayfley as the order turns over with 2 outs. Comebacker up the middle. Bergman has it, steps on 2 for the out. So 5 come to the plate for Marysville. They strand 2. 3-1 ball game as we go bottom 6. You're watching Thunder Baseball on SCTV. We'll be right back.
Started when I was 21 years old. I started on a build table, one of the basic deals, and I worked my way up. Every time I felt like I was achieving something, Jim Cook, our owner, he recognized that. I moved up through the ranks. I'm now the production manager here. I've been doing that job for 10 to 12 years. I love the ownership. I love the people I work with. It's kind of a big family. That's what the business is. So.
Welcome back. Got a new pitcher on the bump for Marysville, and give me just 1 second, and I will give you some stats on him. No, I won't, because the website does not have their numbers. Give me 1 more second, I'll be right back. Or do you want to go tell me what his name is real quick? Since I was such a nice guy. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty with the camera. We'll get that back on. Hopefully here real soon.
Leading off for the Thunder, number 22, Carter Height.
Still have audio though, correct? Yeah. All right, I will give the play-by-play as we keep going. Here's the first offering to Hike inside. Has to turn to get out of the way of that one. 1-0 the count. Strike on the outside part of the plate to Hike. 1-1 now. Out of the way of that one. 1-0 the count. Strike on the outside part of the plate to Hike. 1-1 now.
Now batting number 11, Isaac Heinen.
We back? All right, we apologize. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. These systems can be a little bit finicky at times. Lose our connection, internet connection, and everything goes haywire, yes. Runner going, throw down to second in time. I'll get you caught up on what all happened in that 6th inning. Carter Hike was absolutely robbed by Erickson in left field on a little flare. Erickson came in and went into a slide to catch. Jackson Haverkamp came out in and grounded out to the shortstop. Camden Smits got on with a single and then quickly thrown out at second base. Nemaha Central trying to push the issue as they're running out of outs to give. So it is the top of the 7th now, 3-1 ball game, and it is still Heenick out on the bump for Nemaha Central.
That pitcher's name was Wyatt Miller.
Oh, that was Wyatt Miller. Okay. I apologize. I went down before the game and asked the Marysville coaches on some of the pronunciations on all these guys so I could get it right. And I'm sure I'm probably still messing up a couple of them. And I apologize if I am, but once I wrote down the pronunciations, I came back up here and kind of memorized them and gave them over to the PA announcer, and now I'm stuck without a program. This will be Shale to lead things off in the 7th for Nemaha Central. Ball 1. Ball 2. Shale officially 0 for 2. Flied out to the catcher, flied out to the pitcher, then drew a walk in the 5th. Just on top of that one. 2-1. Hot shot just past the outstretched glove of Bergman. Good effort. That ball was tailing off the bat to the left quite a bit. That's a tough play. So it will be Ty Hager. Coming on. Squares around. That ball is in the dirt, and that's going to allow Shale to get up to second base. 1-0 count. Flare into right field. Shale's going to stop at third. Hager is going to stop at first. So runners on the corners now for Mosier. Still nobody out in the inning. Marysville looking for some insurance runs going into the bottom half of the last inning here. If they can get one or two, that'd be huge. The way Nemaha Central has been unable to square up the ball today. Ball up. Good lead for Hager at first. Mosier has to get out of the way of that one as they throw down to second. They do get him in a rundown, but Shale comes in to score in the process. They do get the tag on Hager, but I believe that was a design play, much like Nemaha Central likes to run. Get that guy in a rundown, allow that runner from third to come home.
Yeah, especially with no outs.
Yeah, you'll take that every time. Give up an out for a run. Turned on and hit a ton out towards left field. It's holding up in the air, and Smits is underneath of it. On a normal day, that bounces off the wall.
Looking at those flags, the wind doesn't seem to be blowing that hard.
Well, if you look out across the highway and that big American flag sitting on the north side, it's pretty well full sail out there. So 2 outs now in the inning. That one's popped back and into the netting.
Now batting number 7, Ringstorff.
And this will be Cole Ringstorff, the second baseman today for the Dogs. Nice piece of hitting as he shoots that one to the gap. Shilian's able to track it down and make the catch. I didn't think there was any way Shilians was going to get to it. We've all seen his speed on the football field before. He's displayed it there as well. But, whew, a heck of a play out there.
That was a heck of a play.
So, that will be the third out of the inning. And we are 3 outs away from conclusion of this game. If Nemaha Central can't get something going, we'll be right back.
My name's Kurt Sudbeck. I'm the Director of Ancillary Services here at Nemaha Valley Community Hospital. You know, as a healthcare provider, you do have many opportunities out there, and you can choose to take your talents virtually anywhere across the country. My wife and I chose to raise our children here. At the end of the day, this is a perfect mix for us. You know, we're predominantly where our family is, doing the things we love to do and surrounded by good people.
Nemaha Central is down to its last 3 outs. It will be Miller back on the mound for Marysville in relief. Now I can tell you his numbers. I can look that one up. Miller, 19 innings pitched, giving him 19 hits, 16 runs, 12 of them earned, 13 walks to 11 Ks, 4.42 ERA. So those are good numbers at the high school level.
Isaac Heinen walking up.
Yep, it will be Heinen, Bergman, and Stahlbaumer, the 8-9-1. Heinen just gets a piece of it. I think that ball got a piece of the ump as well.
I think it got the catcher.
Did it? I knew it got one of them.
But he bounced up and went over and got the ball, so he looks to be okay.
Ooh, upstairs. 1-1. I thought that one was in there. Inside.
Heinen had to get out of the way of that one.
Shot. Nice job by Hager at short to get it. No play at first. There's a little bit of a stumble after he gloved it there at shortstop. Now allowing Heinen time to run through. So we have a pinch hitter. It will be Eli Sidbeck in the 9-hole instead of Kendall Bergman. Heinen with a decent lead over at 1. Offered at and missed by Sidbeck.
Sidbeck likes to swing that bat.
He does.
And that's what you want out of a batter.
Just foul. I think it bounced over the base. I had a better angle at it.
That was a good spot, though.
Yeah. Like we've talked about, it's a game of inches, and that's a tough one. Now, Sidbeck down 0-2. Able to sit back on that one, puts a charge into it, but right out to Erickson. Erickson had to get on his horse a little bit to get after that, but secures the out. That'll turn the lineup over. It will be Carter Stahlbaumer, who got on with a single, got all the way over to third in the first, but was stranded. Then a ground out to the third baseman and a ground out to the shortstop in the third and fifth innings.
Yeah, I'm really shocked they haven't tried to test that catcher's arm.
Flied out towards left. No one's going to get to it. Once again, right in that little pocket where no one can reach. They were all running at full sprint and just drops right in between them all. Well, it's one thing to test his arms in the middle innings, but right now you need base runners more than you need second base. So we'll see. They might still try something, but that's a valuable base runner right now. As it's 1-1 now, Stahlbaumer. Little dribbler on the left side. Miller can't quite handle it. Goes into a slide. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. May have slipped a little bit, but either way, Carter Stahlbaumer's on for the second time today. And that's going to push Heinen up to second base. Bring up Jack Mackey.
It almost looked like a slap bunt.
It did. Ooh, had Mackey a little confused on that pitch. Didn't get the call inside. There's that outside part. Both teams have been working that outside part of the plate nicely today with this umpire zone. There goes the runners. There's a hit and run. Line down the left field side, but that's going to be foul by about 7 feet. If that, like I said, tough luck for Nemaha Central continues. If that's a fair ball, this is a one-run game.
That might score both of them.
Yeah.
Because we've got speedsters on the bases, so.
And the way that ball was tailing, too, that's going to bounce around to that corner and throw back to second. That's just a keep him honest type of throw.
Yeah. He hadn't really been paying attention to the runners up until then.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Mackey. He puts a charge in it to center field. Center fielder coming on. He does make the catch in a slide. Hayfully, dang. When we had the technical difficulties in the last half an inning, Erickson had a catch for Carter against Carter High just like that. So Marysville flashing the leather. late in this game. It will be Caleb Heenick. This is the last option here for Nemaha Central. Should he get on, it will be Levi Thomas, but they are down to their last out here. And the coach wants to come out and talk things over. Not sure what he's talking about here other than the runner on first and second don't matter in this situation. Now, if those guys come around and score, then the guy at the plate does matter, but could be talking things over. Heenick's a dang good baseball player, still batting up in the 400s. Might be a strategery, as they used to say, talking about how they want to approach this hitter. So no balls, one strike. Heenick. Good block by Waters. Haven't had to say that a whole lot today. He's been solid behind the plate, but there hasn't been a whole lot of wild pitches. 1-1, 2 down, 2 on. Shot out towards left field. That's going to drop. They are sending the runner. Heinen is coming home. Long throw. It is not cut off. Nobody was set up for Marysville for a cutoff, and that made Erickson throw that ball all the way home. So either way, one run is in as Heinen comes in to score. It is now a 4-2 ball game, and it will bring Levi Thomas up to the bat. Tying run on first base, winning run at home for Nemaha Central. They are down to their last out. Should Thomas get on, Hike is on deck. Snap throw back to one. And this is a situation where Thomas, if he pulls one that gets into it, he's going to be going right into the teeth of that wind.
Yep.
Big gap on the left side here. Outside. Yeah, that shortstop is really shading second base. If Thomas can get anything on that left side, it's going to push through, get another run across. Inside, 2-0.
I thought they were going to try and pitch him outside, try and force him to hit it that way.
Well, the way that defense is set up, they don't want to pitch him in. They do pitch him in, and that one's over the head of the first baseman. One run is going to score. Runner goes from first to third on the play, and now the tying run is 90 feet away. So Carter Stahlbomber comes home to score on that, and Jack Mackey goes from first to third on the play.
Quick turn of events.
I'm all screwed up on my...
Courtesy runner coming in for Thomas. Number 16, I think that's...
That...
Dieters? Is it Vincent Dieters?
It might be. I'm all screwed up on my book. I missed someone here.
Uh-oh.
Either way. Tying run, sitting on third. Hike up to bat. Has to duck out of the way of that one. 1-0.
Was it Eli Sudbeck that screwed you up?
No. I just got caught watching the game. I think I missed one somewhere.
That's all right. That happens.
Ooh. That's a tough one to take. Low and outside, and Miller gets the strike call.
And slow.
1-1. Height golfs one into left field, and this game is tied. Heenek comes home, and we are all tied up 4-4 in the 7th.
Catcher wants time. Try and calm everything down. Well, softball went into extra innings. Looks like baseball's going to do the same thing.
Oh, no. Jackson Havercamp's gonna hit a gap here, flare one over the infield. They're going to win it right here. Miller comes set. Runners at first and second. Upstairs. Is Camden Smits sitting on deck should Jackson reach. Outside, 2-0.
I'd make him pitch to me if I was Jackson.
Be selective. Where do you like it? Do you like it in, low? Middle, high? What? Ooh, gets the call.
He can watch one.
Yeah. Still ahead in the count. Still a good count to pick one out and drive one.
Yep.
Outside, and that gets past the catcher. Runners are going to advance. So now the winning run 90 feet away for Nemaha Central. A 3-1 count to Jackson Havercamp. Yeah, I doubt Havercamp gets much to hit here.
No, they're gonna walk him.
Yep, they're not even going to throw it. They're going to just give him first base, and they want to face Smits. So take the easy out here if you're Marysville. That loads them up. Go to any bag. But with that runner at third, any pass ball has got to be crashing home.
Yep.
Smits, in on the hands. He was right on it. And one heck of a 2-out rally for Nemaha Central. This game looked like it was over. Miller wants to take a step off. Miller obviously upset with himself right now. Understandably so.
Yep.
And there's a shot out into right field. That's going to drop. Nemaha Central walks it off. Camden Smith walks it off with a shot out to right field. And Nemaha Central comes back from down, what was it, 4-1? 4-1. They score 4 in the 7th inning to come back and win it off the bat of Smits. Heck of a 2-out rally for Nemaha Central. Man, you told me just 10 minutes ago I didn't think they had a shot the way those bats were going. But they put them all together. Like we said, they had been hitting the ball. They just had not strung them all together in a row.
Yeah, the way the whole game went, it didn't seem like Nemaha Central had a prayer to come back and win.
Yeah, but tip of the cap to that team. Every single one of those guys that came up in the 7th inning, man, that was some fantastic at-bats. And there was never really one of those balls that, hit to the wall or anything. They were all just little bloops over the infield.
Yeah.
And they were just kind of playing station to station. What a heck of a walk-off with 4 runs in the 7th to win it. Nemaha Central goes in the win column with a 5-4 victory. So I've been Cody Sonleggy calling the game for you. Like we said, this is just a single game tonight. And that was a heck of a fun one to do.
Yeah.
And then Caleb Ridenauer doing a bit of color commentary and doing all the production. So I'm not sure what our schedule looks like. Like we talked about last night, if you saw that broadcast, everything kind of went went crazy after all the rainouts and stuff, but we will let people know where we are going next. It's either going to be next week softball or baseball. We're trying to get even amount of games for both teams, so not trying to favor one baseball over softball or anything. So we will we'll send some stuff out on the social media interwebs and let everyone know where we're going to be.
The interwebs.
Yep, the interwebs.
Yes,
so
we're gonna put the SCTV board members to work.
There's not much work to have to type it up. That's all.
There's not.
Kylie Bergstrom and Julia